Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you are tuning into this broadcast. This is Ishues, Coach Ish, whatever you want to call me. Let's talk some more boxing. Okay, so Clarissa Shields getting knocked the fuck out in sparring.
Yes. Oh!
That's what we talking about today. Um, I've already covered this before. The ridiculousness of Clarissa Shields claiming that she could beat up men, and how she really need to sit down and shut the fuck up with that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm so passionate about this subject, I actually got into it with my daughters about this. And, um, my daughters, my two youngest, they don't have no experiences. They ain't never been, they've been, you know what I'm saying? As far as protecting my children, protecting my daughters, I've done that. You know what I'm saying? My daughters have never really had no real experiences, real world experiences. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much, for the most part, been sheltered a little bit, which is just what you're supposed to do. Not sheltered and kept from society to where the point where they're socially awkward or anything like that. They just, you know what I mean? We just safeguard our children, basically, right? So we got into a little, it wasn't an argument because I don't argue with my children, but they were under the impression of something. And I was telling them how dangerous. We started a conversation talking about Hollywood and how Hollywood depicts women, you know, the new action hero are women now. The new the leading men are women. You know what I'm saying? The new hero is woman. The new strong character is a woman. You know what I mean? And you see a lot of depictions of women who they just, going through uh, waves of men that outweigh them by like 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily outweigh them by 200 pounds, but weigh twice as much as they weigh. You got a 100-pound, 120-pound woman, you know what I mean, just manhandling 200 plus pound men. That's Hollywood. And the reason why I go in on Clarissa Shields with this nonsense is because she's perpetuating that same dangerous mentality. She can't beat no man. She can't beat no man. And the clip proves it. I'm going to nuance the clip. Okay? I'm going to break it down so you can understand why the clip proves it. Number one, the guy that she was fighting, who the hell is he? If we didn't learn nothing from this year of boxing, we should have learned that there's levels to this shit. We thought Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford were on the same level. We found out the hard way that they wasn't. A lot of people thought Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia was on the same level. We found out the hard way that they wasn't. We thought Regis Prograis and Devin Haney was on the same level. We found out the hard way that they wasn't. We thought Demetrius Andrade, I thought Demetrius Andrade was on the same level as David Benavidez. Turns out he wasn't. Turns out for all of his skill, because he hadn't fought nobody on or around David Benavidez's level, he got exposed. Because the reason why he lost that mistake is because he made mistakes that he would normally get away with fighting guys at a lower level. Not a lower weight class, a lower level. There's levels to this shit. There are levels to boxing. There's competent, there's good, there's excellent, and there's great. You know what I'm saying? There's levels. There's skill levels, class levels. There are levels to this shit. Levels. Right? We just watched Devin Haney take apart Regis Prograis. Take him apart. This is arguably the best guy at 140. Devin Haney moved up to 140 and took Regis apart. Levels. Levels. Right? So let's just start with the obvious. The guy that she fought, we don't know what level he's on, but we know he's not on the elite level. We don't know what level he's on, but we know he's not on Keith Thurman's level. We don't know what level he's on, but we know he's not on Triple G's level. We don't know what level he's on, but we know that he's not on Sean Porter's level. I mentioned all of those fighters because those are all the fighters that Clarissa Shields called out claiming she could beat. We don't really know what level this dude is on. But we know he's not on those levels because we ain't never heard him before. And he only got 6 fights, if I'm not mistaken. 6 fights, 1 loss. 6 wins, 1 loss. 7 fights. So we know that he's not on that level. We don't even know what level he's on because he could be 6-1, and even for the prospect level, because that's where he's at. He's a prospect at this point. He's a prospect. And if I'm not mistaken, Clarissa Shields went on a rant and said he got knocked out by he got beat by Rolly Romero, who's another person that she called out.
You can go where Rolly's at and beat that. Rolly can't box nothing like me. It don't matter about no power. You don't have no skill. So next time Rolly come to my inbox, just know, yeah, I'm really about that. And I will show up where you at and show you what's up.
My opinion, Rolly's trash. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. I think Rolly is trash. I don't think Rolly is good at all. I don't think he's good at all. He got clipped in sparring too. I don't think he's good at all. But I think he'll whoop Clarissa Shields' ass, though. He will whoop Clarissa Shields' ass. No question. You know what I'm saying? So, dude she fought, prospect level. He may not even be a good prospect, but prospect level. Boxing and basketball. Well, fighting in general, but I say boxing specifically. That's what we're talking about. Tells you who you are. Those are 2 sports that if you watch people play, it's more, of course, but those are the 2 that I'm most familiar with. If you watch somebody box or you watch them play basketball, you can tell what type of person they are. Clarissa Shields is delusional. And even when she fought that guy, she fought him in a delusional manner. When I get my students in the ring and they're sparring, women sparring guys, guys sparring bigger guys, I yell at them about staying in front of their opponent too long. You gotta fight differently depending on who you're fighting. You gotta be smart. So if you're in there with somebody that's stronger than you, you don't try to outstrength them. You hit, you move. You stay mobile. You stay agile. You know what I'm saying? You strike and then you roll out the way. Roll right, roll left, then back up. She's sitting in front of this dude, sitting down on punches. I'll let you know the type of person she is. She's in there sitting down on punches. You know what I'm saying? First of all, dude you in there with is bigger. So you in there trying to sit down on body shots because she basically threw the same combination. They threw a feint 1, do the 2, drop the shoulder, and then came back with the hook. They both threw the exact combination, the exact same combination. You know what I'm saying? Which is an exaggerated 1, 2, 3. It's a feint 1. It's a weak 1. Just to get him to bite. You throw the 2. You drop the shoulder on the 2. So you already primed for the hook. And then you bring the hook back. They both threw the same combination. Clarissa Shields tried to sit down on hers. Her reaction time was not faster. He beat her to the hook. She came back with the hook. He caught the hook on his gloves and caught her with the hook. Boom. As she was coming up, she threw the 2, boom, and then she's coming back with the hook. As she came back with the hook, boom, she ran right to his hook. Clipped her. And not just, you hit the canvas and because it's your first time hitting the canvas or because you're not really hurt, you hit the canvas. You don't let your head hit the canvas and you bounce back up. This is called a flash knockdown. When you're hurt, you hit the canvas, your head hits the canvas, and then you relax. That's when you're hurt. If you're not hurt, you're pretty much still engaged. You got knocked on your ass, boom. You try not to let your head hit the canvas, and you bounce back up. You roll back up. And you tell the ref, all right, I'm good. When you hit the canvas, boom, and then your head hit the canvas, boom, and then you relax, you're hurt. So he ain't just drop her, he hurt her. He hurt her off a very mundane, that's why I go back to the levels. He threw a 1, 2, 3. It's the first combination you learn in boxing. It's a 1, 2, 3. It's the first combination you learn. But she got hit with that mundane, average, basic combination because she's in there trying to sit down on her punches, trying to hurt this guy. You ain't gonna hurt this. You ain't not. That's what I'm saying about delusional. She has 2 knockouts. 2 out of 14 fights. I think she got 2 knockouts, which by anyone's standard is terrible. You run around, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. 14 fights and 2 knockouts is terrible for any weight class, any gender, any time. You know what I'm saying? There have been women who have fought coming up through history, who got knockouts. Whole resume full of them. You know what I'm saying? You're the greatest of all of them and you only have 2 knockouts. 2. So that's even a lack of self-awareness. That's why I say delusional, because that's when that's what delusional is. You're not self-aware. So there's lack of self-awareness in your own abilities. You know you ain't got no knockout. You know you can't even knock out a woman. Why are you trying to sit in front of a man and sit down on your punches? Trying to dig in and punch instead of just displaying what you say. She talked about Keith Thurman. She said Keith Thurman can't box, which I disagree with. She's a better boxer. Okay, show that. Don't get touched. Don't get touched. If your boxing skills are so phenomenal, don't get touched. That's how you show your boxing skills. You don't get touched. That's how you flex in boxing. You don't get touched. You don't get touched. That's how you flex in boxing. There's a lot of ways of flexing in a lot of different sports. The way you flex in boxing, you don't get touched. You will not lay a hand on me. I will hit you as many times as I want. You will not lay a hand on me. She got hands laid on her. She gets hands laid on her. When she fight women, she gets hands laid on her. When I see her sparring footage with guys, she get hands laid on her. But the guys take it easy on her. And that leads me to the other part. This footage has been out for 5 years. This is 5 years ago. How many other times she's got dropped? That they made them sign an NDA, or, you know what I'm saying, they made the sparring partners sign NDAs. How many times she's got, you know? Which leads me to the delusion part. You run around talking about I could beat Triple G, I could beat Keith Thurman, and you know you've been dropped in sparring by somebody who got beat by Rolly. Make that make sense. I can. It's all about the image. It's not about the substance. It's about the flash. I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. Say it enough, people gonna believe it. So, and then in light of that, like now she's, you know, threatening people and threatening to put hands on Rolly. Man, Rolly will beat the shit out of Clarissa. Man, come on, stop it. She probably will outbox him for a while, and then he'll clip her, point blank. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, her fighting style, I broke that out on my other video. Her fighting style is not even conducive to even get in there and win against somebody bigger than you. You don't even fight that way. You get touched. You're a fighter. You like to fight with your, you know what I'm saying? You're an aggressive fighter. You're not a slick boxer. You're an aggressive fighter with no knockouts against women. That means you're right there to be hit. She got a little bit of defense. You know what I'm saying? She got a little bit of defense, but she gets clipped. She gets hit. She gets hit against everybody. That's why you can see the scar tissue on her face. You look at her face, you know, she's not supposed to have all them wrinkles and bags on her eyes and all that. That's scar tissue. That's scar tissue for getting hit and bruised and, you know what I'm saying, and cut and all that over the course of her career. Why does that happen? Because she get hit. Why does she get hit? Because she's an aggressive fighter. She likes to, you know what I'm saying, stand in front of you, trade. You know, she got a little head movement, a little slickness about her, but she's not a slick fighter. She got some slickness about her, but she's not a slick fighter. In fact, catch her in her bag, she's trying to stay in front of you and punish you, which will lead her to getting hit, which is what happened in the clip. So, yeah, I just been seeing this video circulating, and I just thought I'd cover it since I covered it before, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, for the sake of all women and little girls, stop this shit, Clarissa. Stop this shit, man. Stop this shit, man. Stop it. You're going to get yourself hurt, and you're going to get somebody else hurt. You're going to get some little girls that look up to you hurt. You can't beat no man. You cannot beat no man. Maybe an average man who can't fight. But I would even, you know, go as far as to say an average man that can't fight will beat you too. You probably beat him in a boxing match, but let it become a fight. All you got to do is do what 50 Cent did to Floyd Mayweather when they fought. Pick your little ass up, slam you on the ground, beat the shit out of you. I don't think he beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather, but that's what he said he did. He said he got into a scuffle. Floyd hit him a couple times. He grabbed Floyd, picked Floyd up, slammed Floyd on the ground. That's it. Over with. You know what I'm saying? So even if it was a regular dude who can't fight necessarily but got grown man strength, he put his hands on you, choke you out, put his hands on you, slam you on the ground, disorient you, stomp you out, whatever. You probably could beat a regular dude in a boxing match that can't fight. But somebody, I'm not even going to say on your level, because honestly, I don't, you know, for all her accomplishments, she only got 14 fights. I don't give a damn about none of the accomplishments. That don't mean anything. Look at Vasily Lomachenko. All them amateur wins. He only got 16, 17 pro fights. Lost twice already. You know what I'm saying? And now is looking diminished. So, You know, look at Demetrius Andre, 30 fights. Never fought nobody at the elite level, so he got exposed. You know, so I'm not even going to say on their level. I don't think Clarissa Shields is on Keith Thurman's level. One could argue that she is because of her accomplishments, but her accomplishments come from convenience. You're in a fledgling division. You're in the women's division. It hasn't been fully flushed out yet. The talent pool isn't the same. It's like comparing, the NBA today to the NBA in the 60s. It was only 8 teams versus 32. You know what I'm saying? The talent pool in the men's division is way deeper than the talent pool in the women's division. So you got multiple weight championships and titles, multiple weight classes and less than 20 fights. 2 Olympic gold medals, okay? Vasily Lomachenko got 2 Olympic gold medals. He ain't better than Devin Haney. For all his amateur and pro accomplishments, first male boxer to 3 titles in 3 weight classes and the fastest time, he still ain't better than Devin Haney. He still ain't undisputed like Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So, and part of the reason why Devin Haney's so good is because he got 30 pro fights. That means something. That's always meant something. So even from an experience standpoint, she don't have but 14, 15 fights. I don't care how you dress up those 14, 15 fights. Again, Lomachenko is an example. He's fought at the championship level since his first fight as a pro. And after 15 fights, 16, whatever, 17 fights, whatever it is, less than 20, he couldn't beat Devin Haney. He couldn't beat Teofimo Lopez. So Clarissa Shields, I would argue, she's not even on Keith Thurman's level. Keith Thurman has more fights, more knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Just because you dress up Clarissa Shields' fights doesn't mean, that doesn't, one fight don't account for the experience of 2, 3 fights. So however you look at her, she only got 14, 15 fights with 2 knockouts. Strip away the titles, strip away the Olympic gold medals, just stand on that record. That's a prospect record, not even a good prospect record. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's delusional. That whole quote, this and that, has fed into her delusion. And her delusion is so strong now that she can't even come to terms with the video. She's threatening to sue the dude who put it out. She was lying, talking about they took padding out the gloves.
That much in there. The gloves and the padding had 0 to no padding.
Man, who in their right mind, what dude in their right mind gonna take padding out their gloves to fight a girl? I don't care who the girl is. Ain't no dude in their right, ain't no male boxer worth anything is going to take the padding out his gloves to fight a female. That don't even make sense. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Then she made a statement that I really don't like. Got
you to the body or what?
No, I ain't never been dropped to the body. No, I ain't no punk.
That's what I'm saying, delusional. What do you mean you ain't no punk? You ain't got to be no punk to get dropped to the body. Ryan Garcia ain't no punk. Luke Campbell ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? All the different dudes who been dropped to the body or knocked out with body shots, them niggas ain't no punks. Getting hit to the body shuts down your organs. That ain't got nothing to do with what's in your heart. They don't have nothing to do with your courage, how tough you think. That has nothing to do with toughness. It doesn't. You know anything about boxing, that has nothing to do with toughness. You get hit in the liver, your body shuts. It causes a reaction in your body. There's nothing you could do about it. I ain't no punk. I ain't get hit to the body. I ain't no punk. Because getting hit, dropped to the body has nothing to do. You just ain't been hit to the body hard enough. But Keith Thurman will knock you out to the body. Keith Thurman will KO you to the body, point blank. Triple G would KO you to the body. First time he go hit you in that liver, you gonna drop and you gonna scream, just like Ryan Garcia did against Tank. So that's all I got, man. Stop this bullshit. Stop this delusion. I have daughters. You know what I mean? Hey, women can't beat up men. Period. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule depending on the matchup. But for the most part, equally matched, women can't beat men. Clarissa Shields cannot beat a male boxer. And that clip proved it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's talk about it. All right. Peace.